Alright, here we are down at the backside of Table Rock Lake Dam. You can see all the gates are closed. We're down actually at the fish hatchery, which is also closed, I believe, due to the pandemic. I don't know if they're protecting the fish or protecting us, but generally this is open. So I don't know how far you can actually go down there. This is a pretty massive dam. And I'll tell you from personal experience, when those gates are open, it's pretty darn impressive to watch the water coming down there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a trip up to the top and go across it over to the state park, and maybe if the swimming beach is open, stop and take some pictures up there. Alright, we're across, no, we're not across the dam. We are just before we cross the dam. We're at the visitors loop. I'm guessing that this bridge you're looking at right here is probably the emergency overflow for the dam. And looking at the water level, I'd say they're pretty close, if not above full pool. I'm not sure what full pool level is here. However, I'm going to say that they're probably a little over capacity, because if you notice way out there in the background, you'll see a pavilion and some trees, and I'm just guessing they're not supposed to be 800 yards out into the lake. And also right here there's a tree in the water. In fact, I think that's the swimming beach over there where the pavilion is. So the lake's certainly full. They're not letting any water out, and the water is a little bit cloudy. Generally this is a pretty clear lake. Alright, let's walk over and take a look at the other side. We're looking at the dam over there, and the state park is on that peninsula just across next to the dam. We're going to head over there next. I'll just scan this lake. This is a very pretty lake. I mean, there's just no two ways about it. What you don't see is condos. You don't see condos, you don't see resorts, you don't see big cigar boats going 205 miles an hour across the lake. It's just very pretty. This is what a lake is supposed to look like. And I can tell you, by Missouri standards, today's hot and humid. I'm standing in the shade and it's still hot and humid. So let's go ahead and we'll head across the dam and go over to the state park and take a little look at that. Alright, we're going to take a little walk down the Lakeshore Trail. We're at the Visitor Center at Table Rock Lake. And you really can't complain about walking down a paved trail. I can hear the water, so I know the lake is full. I'll have to find out what the elevation is. Let's head over off this little spur here. We're going in front of the visitor center. Oh yeah, I can see the water. Yeah, the water is a good 10 or 15 feet higher than it normally is. This appears to be the de facto swimming area when the swimming beach is closed. Yeah, not every day you see trees in the lake, because I guess they could just be hot too. Can't even actually get a view of the lake. Let's see if we can find a view of the lake down here. That gives you a little bit of view of the lake. I'd go sit in that bench, but I think I'll pass on that today. But you can see how much farther up it's been. It does make for nice swimming in the shade. So let's go in the visitor center and see what the pool elevation is. We are right on the bank of Lake Taneycomo, which is the dam outlet from Table Rock Lake. It is a trout lake, and it's also not uncommon at all to see trout right from the sidewalk on this lake. I've actually seen people fishing here too. One thing about Lake Taneycomo, you don't see a lot of people swimming in it. But you do see a lot of people floating down it. Now, as you may have noticed, there are homes and docks on Lake Taneycomo. That's because it's a private lake. It's bounded by the Corps of Engineers on the western side, and then about another 10 miles or so, I think, down the way we're walking is another private dam. I think it's called Power Site. I've never been down there. And then on the outfall of the private dam, it becomes Bull Shoals Lake, which is another Corps of Engineers lake. So here you have a private lake sandwiched in between two Corps of Engineer lakes.